Before social media, when most people learned about a tragic world event, it was something they heard in a newscast or maybe they read it in a newspaper. Unless it directly affected them, they could just acknowledge that something terrible happened and move on with their lives. But for the people who work in news professionally, it can be difficult to detach because you have to report every single detail. Although I had what I believe was my dream job working for a major news network, in my heart, I was unhappy and unfulfilled. Unlike my friends who were making more money in their 9-to-5 jobs, I was on call working overnight shifts and holidays, including Christmas. It just didn't seem fair. Although I knew my job situation would eventually change, the one thing I couldn't get used to was how all the negative material I dealt with every day was impacting my personal life, especially on a spiritual level. Each tragedy, from Princess Diana's death to the attacks on September 11th, stayed with me even when I wasn't working. One of the worst days for me was in 2003 when the space shuttle Columbia disintegrated live on air as it was entering Earth's atmosphere. I had done so much work covering the launch, mission, and now the return of the crew, that the reality of the disaster hit me hard and deep. It wasn't just another news story for me. It was like I knew these people on the crew, and then I watched them die in real time. Something broke in me that day, and I cried out to God and asked for a change in my life. Now, there are too many things that happened from that day to the one when I started working on Turning Point International to even share right now. But looking back, I see that experience as a personal turning point for my life. Even before I cried out to God, He was giving me experience and preparing me for this very opportunity to work on a television program that actually changes people's lives in a positive way. I went from sharing bad news to sharing the good news, and for that, I am forever grateful.